Now we are going to start with the remaining topic of the respiratory tract that we have discussed in our previous video lecture about the human respiratory system, and we have discussed that there are two components of human respiratory system. The first is respiratory tract and the second is respiratory organ, that is lungs, a pair of lungs. Now we were discussing about the respiratory tract. Respiratory tract. Our chapter is breathing and exchange of gases. And in this chapter, we were discussing about the respiratory tract. It is the component of respiratory system of human being. So, in respiratory tract, there are a number of segments, a number of parts combined together to make respiratory tract. So, we have discussed about the first two components. First two part of respiratory tract, that is the nostril, which is the outside opening from the body, and the second we have discussed about the nasal chamber. And inside the nasal chamber, we have also divided the nasal chamber into three categories, that is for filtration, for maintenance of air conditioning, and third for smell. Now we discuss the third component or the third part of the respiratory tract. So nasal chamber open forward through the internal layers or internal nostril into the pharynx or pharyngeal part. Pharyngeal part. And we have discussed about the pharynx in the chapter that is digestion and absorption, but this chapter has removed in this year. So let us discuss the pharynx or the component of pharynx. The pharynx consists of three parts. These three parts are the nasopharynx, oropharynx, and laryngopharynx. So oropharynx is the part of our alimentary canal. So in this respiratory tract, we only include nasopharynx and laryngopharynx. It means the pharyngeal part of the respiratory tract consists of the nasopharynx, which is the upper part of the respiratory tract. It means the nasal chamber, opening of nasal chamber in forward direction into the nasopharynx, that is internal layers open into the nasal pharynx. And the second after nasopharynx, which is the laryngopharynx, and laryngopharynx is it is the lower part of the pharynx in the respiratory tract. Now after pharynx, there is the other part of respiratory tract, that is larynx, and larynx is also known as Adam simple. So larynx, why it is called voice box or Adam simple, we are discussing here. Larynx consists of four cartilaginous structure. Larynx, the structure of larynx consists of four cartilages. So out of four cartilages, one is thyroid cartilage, and thyroid cartilage it is one in number. There is one thyroid cartilage and its position is upper to the larynx. The cartilaginous structure, it is the thyroid cartilage. The second is the helicoid cartilage, and this is in 2 in number. And the third is cricoid, and cricoid cartilage is also 1 in number. So 1, 1, 2 plus 2, it is equal to 4. So arachnoid cartilage are found posterior, while cricoid cartilage make the lower part of larynx. So these together make the structure of larynx, and it is found in cylindrical form. It means the tubular part of larynx is designed by, the wall of larynx is designed by these four cartilaginous structure. One is thyroid cartilage, which make the ring of upper region. One is cricoid cartilage, which make the ring of lower region. While arachnoid cartilage, there are two in number, which are found posteriorly, and arachnoid cartilage make along with the upper region. They are also extended towards lower region along with the anterior region. So these three types of cartilages in 4 number together make the structure of larynx. So if we draw the structure of larynx or section of larynx, if we observe, then these are the layer of cartilages. These are the ring of cartilages. And inside the cartilage ring, there are the fibrous structure, which is made up of elastin fiber known as vocal cord. Vocal cord is made up of elastin fiber. We have discussed about two kinds of fiber, elastin and collagen fiber, which is a type of protein fiber. So these vocal cord, which is made up of elastin fiber, it is responsible for the production of sound after vibration during the inhale and exhale process. Now the space within the vocal cord, it is this space or this opening is known as glottis inside the larynx. Now how the vocal cord is responsible for the production of sound, we use some mechanism or discuss about some mechanism that how vocal cord is responsible for the production of sound. So during exhalation and inhalation, this vocal cord is responsible for the production of sound or non-production of sound. So during relaxation mode, during the relaxation mode, that means when we breathe in, the vocal cord becomes extend. The vocal cord remains extend, and due to extension of vocal cord, this glottis becomes wide during exhalation. The first exhalation leads to the extension or opening of glottis. During exhalation, the glottis becomes open due to the contraction of vocal cord, and this contraction of vocal cord leads to the opening, widening of the glottis. So the air gets inside our lung very easily. But during the exhalation process, there is contraction, and due to contraction in vocal cord, the vocal cord becomes stretched, and the air comes out, that make the vibration of vocal cord, and that vibration of vocal cord leads to the formation of voice. So exhalation is the process. Exhalation is the process when the formation of sound takes place in our body. Now we will discuss about the next component, that is next part of respiratory tract. It is the trachea. So how the structure of trachea found in our body? So let us start with the diagram, or discuss with the help of diagram. So if we draw the interior structure of the larynx, so larynx interiorly will be seen as it, and below the larynx it leads to the pipe, and that pipe is known as trachea. This is the trachea. There are two pipes arranged in our neck region. One is anteriorly and one is posteriorly. So the anterior pipe is known as trachea, which is the wind pipe, while posteriorly pipe it is known as esophagus. We have discussed in the digestive system. So this is the larynx, and the opening of larynx is guarded by a flap structure which is known as epiglottis. It means the opening of larynx, which is known as glottis, it is covered or regulated by the flap structure which is known as epiglottis, and epiglottis prevent any particles to go inside the trachea during the swallowing of food or anything. So trachea consists of, trachea has features. It is lined by, trachea is lined by C-shaped epithelium. There is ciliated epithelium found in the inner lining of trachea, and also it consists of C-shaped cartilaginous ring. So C-shaped cartilaginous ring and ciliated epithelium together make the trachea, wall of trachea. It means we can draw this C-shaped cartilaginous ring, which is complete in posterior, complete anteriorly, while incomplete at posterior portion. So this C-shaped cartilaginous ring present in trachea, and this C-shaped cartilaginous ring prevent the wall of trachea to become collapsed. Now this trachea open into becomes divided into two branches, and these branches are called the bronchi. These branches are known as bronchi. This means the next part of the respiratory tract is the bronchi. And bronchi, there are two bronchus. The one is the left bronchus, and the second is the right bronchus. So this is our right side. It means the bronchi arise towards our right hand, this which is called right bronchus. This is the right bronchus, while the left side bronchus is known as left bronchus. Left bronchus. And each bronchus also guarded by the C-shaped cartilaginous ring and lined by ciliated epithelium. So we will also represent the C-shaped cartilaginous ring in bronchus region. And here it also prevents the collapsing of wall of the bronchus. And each bronchus again divided into the next branches, and these branches are known as secondary bronchus. So the right bronchus divided into three branches, while the left bronchus divided into two branch. So these branches is found or divided when they get entered into the respiratory organ that is known as this respiratory organ, which is known as the lungs. So in right lobe of lung there are three partitions of three lobes. So three branches of bronchi enter into each lobe of lung, while in the case of left bronchus there is only two lobes. So two branches of bronchi enter into each lobe of lung, and towards the left lobe of lung there is a depression where the position of heart occupied. So this structure is known as due to our heart, and this is known as cardiac notch. And below the respiratory organ that is our lung, there is a muscular layer, and this muscular membrane is known as diaphragm. So diaphragm is responsible for doing the mechanism of breathing inside our body. So this is found in the thoracic cavity, while diaphragm make the thoracic cavity to remain separated from abdominal cavity. So there are two cavities in our body, thoracic cavity and abdominal cavity. Both the cavity consist of the various kind of our body organs, or occupied body organs. So these are the different types of respiratory tract. Here bronchi again divided into secondary bronchus and secondary terminate into the tertiary, and tertiary terminate into the bronchioles. So bronchi, after bronchi there is another part of respiratory tract which is found inside our respiratory organ, that is bronchiole. So these are the various components of our respiratory tract, parts of respiratory tract, and in next video lecture we will discuss about the respiratory organ, that is a pair of lungs.